That's
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Testing. Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. First one of the night. I got to make sure I'm plugged in. First one of the night. But I tell you what, congratulations to you, Arlo. Talk to us about that knockout.
Nah, it was just one of those ones that you let him hit you a few times, see what he's about. You realise he's not as strong as you, so you can just land what you want at will, basically.
From the press conference, I saw you're keen to get out there. You're keen to get those stoppages. Like you said, your name's a sledgehammer. You want to prove it. Compare the two fights. Now you've had two on the GBM show. Compare them. Obviously, this one's a knockout, but the nerves, the apprehension. Talk to us about walking out the second time.
Well, I think, obviously, the first time I was well nervous, but this time, still the nerves were there, but it only took me about a minute into the fight to get over. And once I was over that, I could move my feet better, be a bit looser, have the confidence to let him land a few to think he can, and then land what I needed to land, basically.
When you saw him on the floor, obviously it was a more or less nearly a cold knockout. He was down for a little bit. Everyone's cheering. How do you suppress yourself from trying to jump up and celebrate yourself while your opponent's sparked out on the floor? No disrespect, because he tried.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones, isn't it? You want to go mad celebrating, but at the same time, if you do, you're a bit of a knob. It's just a sport, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to kill the man, I'm just trying to beat him in a fight. So it's just, you got to remember that he's come a long way, but him coming here, he's done me a favour really, because I needed an opponent. So it's just one of them ones that, respect to him, I've done what I've done. Now just hope that after 10 seconds, second 11 comes and he's all right, you know what I mean?
The journey with GBM then, 2 fights in, how have you been looked after so far? Let us know what your experience is with them, because they do really put on top class shows. Even tonight, 7 o'clock, they're on DAZN. So we're talking about stepping up levels, which I'm sure you'll be doing yourself soon.
Yeah, so firstly, GBM, unreal. The hosting that they've done the whole week, obviously we're a long way from home for us, so they've put us up in the hotel, been at the press conference, been at the weigh-ins, eating with them, talking to them. They're the nicest people you ever meet. I mean, you wouldn't think they're a big-time promoter, you think they're just some lads down the pub, because they're sound as a pound, you know what I mean? But yeah, talking to levels, it's just a matter of time, you know what I mean? It's only my second fight. It was another 4-rounder. Next one, fingers crossed, it'll be a 6-rounder. Might have 1 or 2 of them and go 8 and 10, do you know what I mean? After that, anyone can get it, do you know what I'm saying? Because they now have the experience.
Talking about experience, I just want to let our viewers know you're someone that spends a lot of time sparring on the road. You're all the way up in Hull. Most of the fighters are 150, 200 miles away. I've seen you drive to Birmingham, spar for how many rounds, and then have to go back. That dedication that you put in as a heavyweight to make sure you're getting that crisp experience from fighters so you can start to reflect that in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. We travel everywhere. Hull was close, but Yorkshire.
Oh, yeah,
York.
Is it?
It's just 30 miles up. Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah.
Geography weren't my thing.
We go everywhere, man. We're down in Essex, we're down in Birmingham. We see you there.
Loughborough.
We're up in Newcastle. We're at Loughborough. We're in Manchester. We go everywhere. We go anywhere we can get round. Because that's me. I started boxing late. That's how I learned. Do you know what I mean? I had a lot of amateur fights, but I had them in a really short space of time. So that's how I get most of my learning done, is sparring, and I love it. The only thing I don't love is driving.
You know what, I will say credit to you, because you're going out on the road, which means you're going to spar in other people's backyards already, early. So when you're going on shows, you're maybe going on to different promoter shows, you're already ready for that, because you're used to being away from home. You're always out of your comfort zone.
Exactly, and I prefer it like that, because then it's I think when everything's going your way, there's almost more pressure because you're pandered to, innit? But when you're going against the grain, what happens, and you just got to know in yourself, I'm here to do this job and I'm going to do it. So yeah, like I say, it's sparring in people's gyms and you've got the whole gym almost heckling you whilst you're sparring. It's just, you know what I mean, you want to beat the person in the ring, but you also want to beat up every fucker watching. So yeah.
And this is the man that takes care of people. Well, soon that is going to be in the bin, isn't it? Because the way that you go in, getting, round 1 knockouts, if you continue this trajectory, it'll be P45 time.
Yeah, well, probably, because obviously the dream is to be a professional boxer full time. But at the same time, I worked very hard to get to where I got in my career, and it's going to be a weird contrast to being a boxer. But I quite like helping people. I like my job. I like that.
them up off the floor.
Well, yes. You know what? I used to say
Even
that.
though you didn't do it tonight, you just stood there and...
I used to say that I used to put people in the hospital, then rehab them out. But now these days, I suppose just put them in hospital.
That'll do. Listen, congratulations, round one stoppage. The sledgehammer, not from Hull, from York. The man himself, Arlo Stevens.
Thank you very much.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.